So listen, Katie Nation, this one is very, very, very special. Like, I love to call him my Gemini twin, but I've been a big fan. We've been friends for a very long time.
Yes, indeed.
And listen, you are finally here on the West. I appreciate it. Havoc in the building. Thank you so much. Let's give it up. Come on. Freaking legend right now. Everybody's like, dang, look at this. This is crazy. But it's been nearly 10 years since the silent partner.
Right.
Like, how has the chemistry, you know what I'm saying? How did it work with you and Alchemist in the studio? Like, do you guys still feel like you've tapped in, you're locked in, or was there some adjustments?
I mean, nah, because, you know, I'm used to working with Al, kind of like, you know what I mean? So it was seamless, you know what I mean? When we started, you know what I mean, working on this new Mobb Deep album, it was like, just, it was nothing to it, you know what I mean? It's like, that's ALC, you know what I mean? Like, I trust him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he trusts me with whatever we doing, and we bounce ideas off of each other. So it was just like one of those things. It's always a pleasure working with him because, you know, I'm a fan of his work.
When y'all tapped in with each other and the conversation came up, you know what I mean, to work on this album, were you a little hesitant, or how did that work out?
Hell no. Like,
okay, cool. I heard that.
Nah, I was all for it, you know what I mean? Like, because, you know, I try to keep the production, like, real tight and strict with who I let, you know what I'm saying, you know, do some mob stuff. But with Al, it's like, yeah, it's family.
Now, Infinite marks the new chapter for Mobb Deep. But how do you feel, Havoc? How do you feel your sound has evolved since the infamous? Talk about it. Let's go.
Nah, evolve. It's like, I feel like my production style is like kind of like the same. You know what I'm saying? From the infamous. I try not to change too much. You know what I mean? When you try to like switch it up a little bit, you kind of lose, you know what I'm saying, the essence of who you really are. You know what I mean? But I think, you know, overall, it's like my production is still like, you know, it's that dark, grimy, gritty stuff.
And you know what? I'm glad you're talking about that, because Billboard has said hearing Prodigy over a Havoc production feels just right.
I mean, they got it right.
you know what I'm saying?
They got it right.
I don't think there would be anybody more perfect at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you know, me and P started in the game together, you know what I mean? Everybody heard Prodigy first on a Havoc track, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when me and Prodigy go work together and when we do what we do, it's like, it's just, you know, it's priceless.
What's the hardest part about making new Mobb Deep music without P in the booth, and how do you really work on making sure that chemistry is alive on the album and that his energy is still there throughout the whole sound?
I mean, look, it's bittersweet. He's not here, you know what I mean? So that's a challenge in itself, because he's not here to be like, nah, let me do that verse over. So we only have what he recorded to work with. And so, you know what I mean, we got to do the best that we can, and nobody who's better to know how Prodigy is sound like better than me and LC.
That part right there. But you know what's so crazy is that a lot of people are really excited about this. People have been waiting.
Yeah.
And that got to be some pressure, though, too, because you know they're waiting, and they're waiting for that Mobb Deep, gritty, grimy, gully sound.
I mean, the pressure, for real, like you know what I mean? Like, everybody waiting for it, and, you know, is it going to level up to our past projects and stuff of that nature? But I feel confident in what I do, you know what I mean, and, you know, what I bring to the table. So, you know, pressure was...
What's the key? What's the key to keeping, you know what I'm saying, keeping it authentic for your true hardcore fans that have been traveling with you since day one?
Shit. I mean,
no, you can say shit all day. Let's go. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. How about that?
That wouldn't sound whack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's the motivating factor. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to keep it mob, and that's it. That's all you got to do. Like, the job is simple, for real.
Now, let's talk about the features on the album. We're talking from Nas to Georgia Smith to Ghostface Killah to H.E.R. Like, how do you decide, you and I want to say Alchemist, like, which voices really add to the story of the album?
Ooh, man, you know,
you guys got a lot. I mean, listen, you can pick up your phone, you can call whoever you want.
No doubt, but we always want to stay in that lane. We don't want to go too outside the lane. So, of course, Ray and Ghost, you know what I'm saying, those are our comrades for over 30 years, label mates. You know, Nas, Esco, he from, you know, he cut from the same cloth, he from QB, you know, and now, like, H.E.R., you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
H.E.R. on the
that.
album. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I couldn't even dream of a you know what I'm saying, a H.E.R. collab and even more so a Georgia Smith collab. But you know what I mean? They got those soulful voices that bring that, you know what I mean? To bring that different energy. Yeah, the sexy energy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was a no-brainer. You know, I was happy to work with them.
What I really love, though, when I heard this and I was like, man, to me, like, it really hits home and it's so deep and I think it's dope, is that Prodigy's daughter, Santana Fox, I heard that somehow she's working with this project or... Yeah. I think that's dope.
No. That was mandatory, you know what I mean? And they demanded it, you know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. It's like, yo, when you and Al's doing this project, we want to be a part of it. And we was like, all right, cool. So when me and Al started working on the project, I mean, they was front and center. They was there, you know, and
I think for me, like, personally speaking, I think it's so important for, like, you know, like Prodigy's daughter, you know, Nate Dogg's sons, you know, these artists that have passed away. I think it's really up to us to really show their kids that love, because I feel like when these artists pass, that's all they want is for us to love on their children. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I love when I see other people like Eazy-E's kids, when they're paying homage and they're showing them love. I think that's dope, and I think we really do need to covet these kids. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we've loved their pops. We love the music. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's only right. Do you agree?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you know, we owe it to, you know what I'm saying, to the fam, you know what I mean, to embrace them and make sure that they okay, and, you know, that they, you know, they elevate and grow, you know, because they family, you know, they dads left us with some rich history.
That part,
you know, and we got to guide them in the right direction.
Yeah. Well, listen, let me ask you, is there any collabs that ended up bigger than you expected once you got in the studio and you're like, yo, this just took on a whole life of its own?
Hell yeah.
Talk about it.
You know, with the clips, it's like that was the. Oh, you talking about in the past?
No, I'm talking about now.
Okay,
yeah.
I mean, you know, the clips, I never, you know, thought we would, you know, end up doing a collab with them on this album. You know, so that was like when we got that was dope, and you know what I'm saying, rocking with her. Yeah. It's like, you know, what, 5 Grammys she got, like, you know what I'm saying? She's mega superstar.
Amazing,
you know
amazing. When you were putting Infinite together, how do you decide which tracks to keep and, like, how to really line them up? Like, is it just you and Alchemist sitting in there, or do you have, like, some trusted people that you're like, hold on, I want y'all to hear this too with us, or you're like, yo, it's just me and you, we're going to decide?
Nah, pretty much, you know what I'm saying, me and Al already knew what we was going to keep, what we was going to leave. It was kind of hard to keep it down to 15 songs because we was about to do, like, 20 songs, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, so with some bonus tracks, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Yeah, we had to shave it down, but nah, you know what I mean? We had to bring it to a conclusion, and you know, we ended up with the 15 tracks, and you know, I'm satisfied with that.
Were there some songs that was really hard and you're like, fuck, I need this to be on the album, but I don't know now.
There really is one that didn't make the album, and I'm really upset.
Can we talk about that? We can. Okay,
I can't remember the name of it, but it's a joint that Alchemist produced. I think it's like called "It's Not Over." Like, the song is crazy. I'm like, yo, how this didn't make the album?
Could be like a bonus something in the future.
I know. Al's gonna do something special with it, like put it on some kind of vinyl or something like that. So yeah, but that's one of them is crazy.
I think that you and Alchemist getting together and doing this album, it's magical. It's something that is needed. The hip hop community has been craving it. Please tell me you guys, like, literally videotaped and archived all of this and how you started, because I really want to see that one day, like, from start to finish.
Oh yeah. You know, we contented it out. You know what
Hell
I mean?
yes.
We definitely contented it out. So we got some footage on the way for sure.
Oh yeah, because I think there's nothing more dope than to take a peek behind in the studio and just to be a fly on the wall and to see how all that production came about.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, they got to get ready for, you know, saying that content. We gonna see
let's
behind
go.
the scenes.
Amazon, Netflix, hello. When sequencing the album, how much were you thinking, Havoc, about Queensbridge's history and making sure the track order reflected that? That, to me, was so important.
You know, that's always on my mind. You know what I mean? Just representing QB, making sure that, you know, everybody would approve. So, you know, really, we sat down and said, how would this sound from, like, beginning to the end, and which songs to put where? And, you know, I had a little bit of input from a few people on this, but I think we got the track listing correct.
And so, and when you guys do, because I'm assuming you're doing music videos for this too, right?
Yes.
Okay, when you're dropping the visuals, do you have a say? Like, are you very on hands on what that looks like?
Absolutely.
I love that, yes.
Absolutely.
As you should be. Artists always should be tapped in.
Absolutely. I mean, we handpicked the directors and, you know, look at the treatments and see who's dope, who's not.
So let me ask you, because your bars have always been detailed and they've always been rooted in Queensbridge life. How do you make sure it still connects with the new generation? That is something that is, to me, is something that can be learned from artists.
True indeed. I mean, listen, man, it's not a mystery. Like, you know, the kids today, they still going through some of the same things we've been going through, you know what I mean? And it's just like, just kind of like, just keeping it real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for real, just telling your story and just like, it's authentic. So, you know, the YNs, they know what time it is.
But they love it too.
Yeah, they know what time it is.
I love that. You know, which tracks or moments on Infinite did you already know the crowd when you were like, they're going to feel this song right away, right off top? Because you know your audience.
True indeed. We got this song called like M, the M, the O, the beat. Like, so already, you know what I'm saying, the crowd had them going crazy over in Europe with that one. So that's going to be a good one.
I love it. I mean, listen, everything, you know, the fans who grew up on the Infamous, what do you want them to take away from this new album, knowing that it's the first, you know, it's the first one without Prodigy fully present on it?
Just let them know that we put our all in here just to, you know, to make sure that we kept with the Mobb Deep tradition, right? It's like, you know, we didn't go too far left or too far right. We gave you that Mobb Deep, you know what I mean? So I think they're going to be satisfied with that.
Well, listen, I'm not going to hold you too long because I know you got Just Incredible next door. But let me just ask you, leaving with this, 3 things that are a must in the studio.
3 things that's a must in the studio.
This is going to be wild because he's a Gemini guy. So I really want to see what he what he needs in the studio.
All right. Definitely need some water. You know what I'm saying? Definitely,
you're not the type of tea person. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely need some water. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, water, and some good smoke.
I heard that.
Good,
I was waiting for it. I was like, hold up, how you gonna vibe in the studio? You just not gonna have the dank. You know what I'm saying?
You need that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, some studio and a dope ass engineer, yo.
Oh my God, that's so important.
Straight up, man. Because engineer, shout out to the engineer, man. Without the engineer, some of these hits wouldn't be hits.
I love it. I love it. Listen, much love to you. I love that, you know, we go way back. I'm telling you right now, this guy killed it on Rock the Bells back in the day, man. I remember that shit was so fire.
Wow.
Everybody was mobbing his tour bus. Like, no pun intended, you see how I did that, Mobb Deep. But I'm just saying, like, everybody was coming in and everybody was like, yo, it was crazy.
It was.
But it's just so dope to see, like, how much love, very well deserved, that you get on the West Coast.
Thank you.
The credibility, crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, the fact that you're here, you know, this is the first hip hop station in the country, so it's important. And we play Mobb Deep all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It don't stop. So, you know what I mean? From the Infamous to now, like, much love to you. And this is my Gemini brother. You know, y'all don't know, but he paints. And he paints very well.
That's right.
They don't know that. See, I put
That's
everybody
right.
on game now.
That's right.
Let them know you an artist too in another type of form.
Straight up.
Okay?
Straight up,
hey,
straight
come
up.
on. It's the afternoon ride.